Hey, Tyler here. Well, I'm very excited today because we're going to go over a movie that I really like, Lilo and Stitch. And if you have questions like how do I use the words can and can't? How do I connect words so I don't sound robotic? Why when people connect words some sounds change? Should I go up or down in pitch when it comes to statements? What about questions? Are all questions the same? Well, that's all getting answered in today's video. So stay with me and let's make sure you improve your English. But before we begin, let me just explain how this works so you don't get lost. First, we're going to watch the scene, then we're going to go over everything I think could be helpful for you to improve your English. Now, if you prefer something more structured, where you can go over each sound in order, then linking, rhythm, pitch, then I suggest you check my course. You can check the link down in the description. Okay, so let's do what we came here to do. Let's watch the scene so we can get to work.
Well, since my baby left me, well, I found a new place to dwell. Well, it's down at the end of lonely street. Gonna be just so lonely, baby.
Lilo, can you please open the door?
Read the note.
I'm sorry I missed your performance, okay? Papa struck died and...
Wow, that must be so stressful for you. How about you just leave me alone to die?
No. The social worker is here and you can pout later. Lilo.
That's not how pouting works.
Lilo, open the door.
I can't hear you. It's really weird.
Open the door or I'm bringing it down. Okay, what is wrong with you? Mrs. Kikoa. Hi, nice to see you. Can I help you carry anything in?
Okay. Can I help you carry anything in?
Oh.
So let's begin here with the word can. I know so many people struggle with this word. Sometimes people don't know how to use the word can or can't in a sentence. One thing I want you to remember is that we don't usually emphasize the word can, but we usually emphasize the negative version can't. You can notice here that she did not emphasize the word can. She emphasized the verb that comes right after it. This is really common. For example, if I say I can do it, I'm not going to emphasize the word can. I'm going to emphasize the verb do. So all you have to do is take the a sound in can and change it to a schwa sound. Remember that sound we have. Well, V is an interesting word because we usually don't emphasize it, so the same rule we talked about where we change the vowel sound to a schwa sound applies here. And again, you make the next word stronger. But I want you to remember that there are exceptions. Sometimes we emphasize V. For example, if we're talking about something specific, or if we want to highlight something. So usually we go with the schwa sound, the. But imagine if you tell me you're going to meet the president and I ask you, you're meeting the president? Like the president? See how I'm emphasizing that? So it went from the to the.
Lilo, can you please open the door?
Also, did you see how she went up here? There's an interesting thing about this, which is sometimes we go up in questions and sometimes we go down. A good way for you to remember when to go up and when to go down in questions is to ask yourself, can I answer this question with yes or no? If the answer is yes, then you go up. If the answer is no, and you need, let's say, a longer answer, then you go down at the end.
Read the note.
Now notice how the intonation at the end changes. That's because it's a statement. So she's saying read the note. Even though she's screaming, pitch is down at the end of the sentence. Usually when we have a statement, we tend to go down in pitch. That's usually the standard American melody. So think about that when you're speaking.
I'm sorry, I missed your performance, okay? How about
Did you notice how she connected missed in your? Here's what happens. When we have a word that ends in D and we connect with you or your, D becomes a J sound as in Jack. So missed your becomes missed your. And she goes up and okay. That's because of the rule we talked about in yes or no questions. If you have already forgotten, go back and check.
Papa's truck died and
Wow, that must be so stressful for you. How
Have you heard someone say that their car died? I know a car is not alive, so it can't actually die, but we use this expression when the car stops working. Maybe it's the engine, we don't really care what happened, just that it stopped working. You can also say that your phone died if it stops working or if it runs out of battery. So that's a common way to use this expression, and you've probably heard it before. If you don't remember, that's because you maybe haven't noticed. But I'm sure that now that I mentioned this here, you're definitely going to notice and maybe hear that so many times now. So let's keep going here.
about you just leave me alone to die?
no.
Did you see how she went up at the end? That's because it's a rhetorical question. A rhetorical question is a kind of question that you ask to create a dramatic effect or to actually say something instead of asking. You don't want an answer when you ask this type of question. You actually want to get your point across.
The social worker is here. You can pout later, Lilo.
That's not how pouting works.
Lilo.
Do you know what pouting means? Do you know when something happens and kids push their lips outward, usually the lower lip like this? They basically just want to show you that they're unhappy about something. That's pretty much what it is. And here she's showing her sister that she's upset that her sister didn't make to the presentation she had. So she's pouting.
Open the door.
I can't hear you. It's really weird.
Open the door or I'm breaking it down.
I want to talk about this word here because I've seen people struggling to pronounce this. For you to pronounce it, I want to break down into 2 syllables. First one, we. So we're going to round our lips for the W sound and then go straight to E sound. Use your hands to help you. I know it seems silly, but using your hands help the brain so much. And it makes it so much easier for that mind-muscle connection. So try to use your hands and you're going to see that your brain will understand things faster. So let's go back. Round your lips for the W sound. Go to E. That's a tense sound. So the tongue's gonna go up. Then because we have an R sound, there's a little transition from E to R. So we add a little schwa sound. A very relaxed sound to go from E to R. So it becomes weird. And then we add a little soft D sound to finish the word. We don't want a very strong D sound, so it doesn't sound like weird. So the whole sound is weird. Got it? Now try to say the whole sentence. It's really weird. Did you pay attention here how she connected what and is? So here, because T and what is in between two vowel sounds, the A sound in what, and the I sound in is. T doesn't sound like a real strong T as we see in my name, for example, Tyler. It's actually a very soft T, and you might hear people calling it flap T, fast D, tap T. It doesn't matter what people call it, the sound is the same. It's a very relaxed version of T, produced with the tip of the tongue. Da 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 da. Same T we use in water, butter, get up, and a bunch of other words. So she says, what is? Same thing happens if after what we have the word are. For example, what are you doing? So pay attention to this sound so it can start becoming more common for you.
Mrs. Kikoa! Hi, nice to see you. Can I, help you carry anything in?
Okay. Can I help you carry anything in?
Oh,
Did you see what happened here? She didn't say I'm. That's because we usually make the next word stronger. So again, I becomes a schwa sound, So instead of pronouncing it as I'm, we say And because one word ends in a consonant, in this case the letter M, and the next word begins in a vowel, in this case O, we split the sounds differently. It's like we're bringing the letter M to okay. So it sounds like okay. Okay. Does it make any sense? I hope you're not completely lost in this video. So let me stop here so it doesn't become too much for you. And in the next video, we'll work with some other TV show or movie or anything. And by the way, I usually read the comments, and if you have any TV shows or movies, interviews, maybe any person you want me to take a video and break things down, just write that in the comments and I'm gonna check, and maybe your suggestion can be my next video. Well, thank you very much, and I'll talk to you next video. See ya.